Today we finally talk about AMD Ryzen and which processors you might want to purchase for your build, as well as which mainboard platforms are compatible with what you intend to do with it. But first, my name is Steve Smith. This is TQA Weekly, and for those that are interested in processors from the AMD line and are on a budget, you get the Ryzen 3 series, which are quad cores with 4 threads. They have 3.1 gigahertz clocks and they boost as high as 3.7 gigahertz. And of course, they do have only one option that has onboard graphics, which is the Ryzen 3 2200G, which is a quad core with 8 Vega 8 graphics chips on board the processor die. And for the other two, you will need a discrete graphics card. So if you're really on a build and you have really basic tasks to do, you're basically looking at something such as the 2200G Ryzen 3 processor. Now, for those normal users out there that actually have a lot of more normalized tasks like media consumption, playing video games and all that, you will be looking at a Ryzen 5 processor, which comes in 2 separate classes, quad cores and 6 cores. The quad cores are the Ryzen 5 1500X, 2400G, and 1400, and each of these quad cores have 8 threads, and of course the 2400G also supports Vega 11 graphics and has 11 GPU cores on it. As for the 6 cores, 12-threaded processors, we have the Ryzen 5 1600X and 1600. These 6 cores do not have a onboard graphics option, and obviously if you are overclocking or intending to do anything else with it, you're going to have to look at better cooling and a better power supply, because the Ryzen 3 and the Ryzen 5, as well as the Ryzen 7, which we're going to talk about right now, are all overclockable. And the Ryzen 7 also comes with 8 cores, 16 threads, starts with a base clock of 3 gigahertz and boosts as high as 4 gigahertz using precision boost. You definitely can game and do some higher end tasks, and if you're a streamer, you can definitely stream while you game on this platform. The only thing is that you do not have onboard graphics once you're using a Ryzen 7 processor, which is kind of normal since it is the enthusiast class. Now, for those who want a no-frills economy build mainboard, you're going to be looking at either the A320 platform, or you're going to be looking at the ITX platforms, which are the A300 or B300. Basically, what it comes down to is if you need to have more than one graphics card or you're intending on small form factor builds. If you want to build a normal computer and have multiple slots to add other stuff in the future, you're basically looking at the A320. Otherwise, if you're looking for small form factor build and you're only ever planning on connecting one graphics card and that's it, you get the A300 and B300 series. Now, for most users, you're going to be wanting the B350 platform, which is the middle ground with the ability to overclock, and it does not support multiple GPUs. Yes, that means SLI and Crossfire technically out of the question, but you basically get to do whatever you want. And of course, if you have a small form factor build, you'll be able to use the other line, which is the X300, which by the way brings us into the X370, which is basically the absolute enthusiast class mainboard, which allows you to do overclocking, multi-GPU support, and has a whole bunch of other enthusiast features that are possible based on whatever the manufacturer decides to put in. So if you're looking at the Ryzen 3 and you're looking for a basic computer, you might be looking at the A300, B300, or the A320 platforms. However, if you're looking to overclock regardless of which processor and you're going to maybe go mid-tier with Ryzen 5 or Ryzen 7, you're looking at B350 or the X370 if you need multiple graphics cards. And of course, if you only need one and you need an enthusiast small form factor box, the X300. I hope you all understood this, and if you have any other questions, just drop them down below in the comments. Like this episode if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, share with those that you think can benefit from this, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions for topics, email me at ask@tqaweekly.com or go to my website, tqaweekly.com, for everything else. And if you want to make this show better, go to patreon.com/tqaweekly and become a patron today. Patrons get these episodes 2 days earlier than everyone else. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.